Good morning, everyone. I am so excited. I'm sure you can tell from the title of this video that we are going to Disneyland today. It's backwards, but Disneyland. I'm so excited. Today is mine and Bill's 4th dating anniversary. Time really flies, and it's crazy that just in the past year, we went from not even being able to eat at a restaurant in person to now being vaccinated and being able to safely go and do things like go to Disneyland to celebrate 4 years of being together. So I'm really excited to take you all along and show you what Disneyland is like right now. Today's May 19th, so it's been almost 3 weeks since they reopened. They were closed obviously for a year, and I'm so excited. So I believe they're able to operate at 25% capacity, which I've heard is like 21,000 for Disneyland and 12,000 for California Adventure. We have a park hopper pass, so we're going to be spending the whole day there going to both parks. And today, actually, Orange County is allowed to move into the next tier, which is yellow. So I think that means that they can bump their operations up to 35%, but I don't think that they've said if they're doing that yet. Not sure. So I'm very excited. This is my 3rd time going to Disneyland and Bill's 2nd. So we're still like relatively new, but when the opportunity came about to be able to buy tickets, and we were thinking of, things we could do for our anniversary, we talked about this, and that's what we're doing. So please subscribe if you aren't already. I make lots of weekly vlogs, things about vegan food, and lots more fun stuff about my life here in LA. So I'm really excited to take you along for this exciting day. So we are about 20 minutes away. Bill's a little tired still. We stopped at Phil's and got some breakfast sandwiches. They have a vegan breakfast sandwich, and Bill got a non-vegan one. And getting caffeinated. We're listening to a podcast right now. I just paused it, and we're excited. I did miss the Rise of the Resistance boarding group virtual thing at 7, so that sucks. Maybe we'll see, like, if I try to do it at the 12 o'clock one, because we're doing the park hopper. Maybe we can sign up at 12, and maybe there'll be one within like the first 2 hours, and we'll just like stay in Disneyland for longer. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So that's what we're up to. We're definitely going to get there right very early. So very excited. Our first ride of the day is Pirates. Yay! So as you saw, our first ride was Pirates. Bill, what'd you think? Very good. There was like no line. We literally waited for like 2 seconds. And now we just got some pretzels, which I heard these are harder to come by right now. And there was like one stand by the Mark Twain like steamboat entrance. So we just got our pretzels. How is it, Bill?
Yeah.
First Disney pretzel in a year. And here comes the boat. So we're gonna eat these. We're in a designated dining area, which is the only place you're allowed to take your mask off or eat or drink right now. So doing that, and it's nice. It's kind of cloudy, but we're enjoying our start to the day. Time for Thunder Mountain. We just waited, what, like 5 minutes?
Probably 10.
10, close to 10. Time to get on. So we're in line for Indiana Jones. This line is a little confusing because we're in like the Jungle Cruise waiting area, and the like way that you go up and down a lot is kind of confusing. We've been waiting for like 15 minutes, and maybe we're like halfway, I would say. It said 35 minutes when we got in line, so hopefully this is like halfway. But yeah, so we're in the Jungle Cruise, which is normally right there, and I guess we'll see how much longer the line takes.
He is quite
Teacups is about to start. We only waited like 5 minutes. So, Bill's first time on here.
Yep.
We got a pink one. Yay. Bill, how was your first Teacups experience?
Great.
What did you think? Ooh.
That made me sick.
Yeah, it did not make you sick. Now we're waiting in line for Small World, and then we are going to pick up our food. We got food from 2 different places. We ordered it on the app, and that's that. Okay, we're in Tomorrowland. We're waiting for Bill's food, but I got this from the Ronto Roasters, which is in Galaxy's Edge. This is the Ronto-less wrap, and it's impossible meat with lots of veggies, so it looks good. I really hate having to use plastic water bottles here, but I don't really have a choice because I don't really want to be carrying around a heavy hydro flask all day. So we're sitting at Galactic Grill because Bill's food is being prepared right now. He got a chicken sandwich, right? Yep. A chicken sandwich and fries, and I also got a side of fries to go with my wrap. So we're gonna eat this and then hit up a couple more rides here before we switch to go to California Adventure. We are in line for Space Mountain.
Yeah.
It said 50 minutes when we got in, but then it changed to 35. So, I don't know, we're moving kind of quick. We're already up top. How long has it been? 10 minutes, and we're already up here. The entrance is over there. So, see how much longer it takes. We just picked up some drinks. I got a strawberry acai refresher. Bill, you got a
Cold brew.
Vanilla sweet cream cold brew. Come on now. And we're gonna go to California Adventure.
Hooray!
Yay! Okay, my phone's about to die, but note to self, we're literally never getting on a swinging, what's it called? Ferris wheel again. Bill's literally about to have a heart attack. I look really haggard right now. Are we going up or down? I can't even tell. Oh, okay. We might start swinging, so bye. He's literally gripping onto the seats.
Plug your phone in.
All right, this is Bill before Grizzly River Run. No wetness. Me too. We picked seats that were not wet. So let's hope for the best. Fingers crossed. Okay, I love you.
Love you.
Time to put the phone away. So we're in line for Soarin' Around the World.
True.
I'm soaked right now. My shorts, biker shorts, maybe not the move. Tight shorts, when you're soaking wet, is just not comfortable. And yeah, so my mask is also soaked, so I'm like struggling to breathe a little. But we're in line right now, hoping that I dry off, and hopefully we'll be on soon. And then Incredicoaster broke, I think I said that earlier, so hopefully that opens up so we can go on it. Time for the Incredicoaster with Captain America. I'm scared. I think this is called Luigi's something tire, and it had no line, so we were just walking through Radiator Springs, so we just thought we would get on, and that's where we are. Here we are. There's like no one on the ride in all the individual cars, so yay! Almost the end. We have like an hour left here, and I'm really sad. Just means we have to come back soon, right? Mm-hmm. In Black Tap, which is in downtown Disney, and we just picked up some food for the road. Not sure if we're gonna really eat this in the car or when we get home, because I feel like we're not gonna go to bed for a while. But I got this Nashville hot vegan chicken sandwich thing, and it came with fries. The fries are good, but the oil on like the chicken is very spicy. Bill thinks it isn't, but it is. So we're gonna head home now. Maybe I'll tell you when I get there. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for watching the vlog of our day yesterday at Disneyland. We had the best time. It was so much fun. We walked, it was like 13.14 miles and a little over 29,000 steps. So we're both definitely feeling it today and taking it easy. Bill had to go to work this morning at 8, thankfully from home, but I went and picked us up some Alfred because I have just not had any energy this morning, but I wanted to come on here and end off the video with talking a little bit about some of the safety precautions and things that Disneyland is doing. Things are moving pretty quickly. I'm recording this on May 20th. We went yesterday, May 19th. So if you're watching this later, I don't know how things are going to change. Obviously at Disney World in Florida, they are getting rid of the mask mandate. So you're allowed to go out without masks. So I'm just going to talk about what our experience was like yesterday with, you know, the restrictions as they're currently in place. I believe the capacity, don't quote me on this, I will try to find the exact figures, but I believe at this time both parks are operating at 25% capacity, which is 21,500 for Disneyland, and it's like 12,000 or 12,500 for California Adventure. Orange County has moved into a lower tier, I believe the yellow tier. The system is like kind of confusing because I live in LA. I don't even know what tier we're at anymore. I'm just like doing what I can to stay safe, but I believe that Orange County is now at yellow tier, which means that they can move to 35% capacity, but I don't know if Disneyland has like officially said that they are doing that. So I'm just gonna like run through a little bit of things. So first of all, parking. We left our apartment around like 6:45. We went and picked up coffee and breakfast and headed there. It took us about not even an hour, like 50 minutes or so. When we got to the parking structure, I believe it was like 7:45, 7:50. And when we got there, we waited, you know, in line at the entrance for a while in our car. And then finally they let us go through. I think it was like at 8 o'clock. There were not that many cars in front of us. So we must have been like some of the first people to go, or maybe they were doing it like in waves because we were sitting there like in park for a little bit. We got up, we parked, and then we walked. I don't know what the exact distance is, but we parked in the Mickey and Friends structure and then walked to the park. Before you can do that, they are like ushering you through, like there's like a walkway that they have, you know, set up. Sorry if you can hear my boyfriend talking. Also, he's doing like a work call. But you are ushered through like a little thing, and then they do a bag check, and then they do a temperature check. And then once that was over, you're free to start walking towards the park. I believe that the walk is like a mile. Again, don't quote me on this. This was only my third time also, like in full transparency, going to Disneyland, but the last time that we went was like a month before it shut down. So I feel like relatively familiar with how things operate just based on my experience. We got there like to the park entrance. We had a park hopper ticket and we decided to do Disneyland first, California Adventure second. We waited in line for maybe like 10 minutes and then we were let into the park at like 8:35, which was really cool because, you know, we were able to go in early and it was like not that busy because, you know, people were going towards their first rides and stuff. We chose Pirates to be our first ride. We had no wait. We just like basically walked, you know, there were people walking in front of us, but it's like a continuous like entrance to the ride. So we didn't really wait. We just like walked through. But throughout the day, and even like when we left after we got off the ride, I saw that like the wait was already like outside and kind of like looping around that area, because normally the like waiting is inside for that ride. So that is one thing, is like it does in certain sections, it looks busy because you see a lot of people congregating like in lines, but that's what's happening, is like they're waiting inside or they're waiting outside for lines. So like to me, it didn't really look much busier than I feel like it would look if we were to go and there was no COVID, just because like the way that the lines are waiting outside, like it just looked like there were, you know, people around. I will say they were really good. I saw on like multiple occasions, like probably 15 or 20 times, honestly probably more because we were there for 12 hours. The amount of times that I saw cast members asking people to pull up their masks like over their nose, because there were a lot of people that had them on like just over their, you know, mouth, and I would see it and just kind of be like, but whatever. But I would see cast members definitely like say something and have them pull it up. I also definitely saw them say it to people who had their masks off. A lot of the times they were saying it to parents of children, and I feel like it's hard to, you know, because then the parent would be like, oh, well, they're like not 2, and they like, the cast member would be like, okay, well, they look like older than 2, which like there were some instances where I was like, that kid probably is older than 2, and then there were others where it wasn't the case. So I mean, I guess just like use your judgment, and like they're supposed to be wearing a mask if they're over the age of 2. It is what it is. So as far as waiting in lines and like wait time for rides, it didn't feel that long. I think it was also because like Bill and I were on like such an adrenaline rush because we were having so much fun. I even like when we were waiting in longer lines, I think the longest line we waited, I'm also working on like editing my footage from the park, so I haven't like gotten to look at everything, and I'm honestly like pretty tired, so I don't remember like exactly the wait times for everything, but I'm pretty sure that the longer wait times were Space Mountain. I think we waited for like 40, oh, it was like 35 minutes, and I think the wait time was quoted to be 50. And then for Guardians Mission Breakout, I think that the wait time was like 40 minutes, but it also like, it just feels like it goes by fast. So as far as like how it's spaced out, it really depends on the ride. So there are some where they are able to have people kind of be closer together if there's not like a space in between. So if, you know, you're in a line and it's looped like this, you would, in theory, like you could be 6 feet apart from the people in front of you and behind you, but the people next to you, like if the line marker is at the exact same spot, you're going to be like right, like shoulder to shoulder with them, like right next to them. So the way that they do it is like, if it's like boom and boom, then there's like 1 and 2 in this lane, and then it'll be like in the next lane there'll be like someone in between, and then like someone further up. So it does feel like spaced out, and there were definitely times where there were people like not following that and like kind of being in between areas, especially in some parts where it looked like it was like a really far distance. So I did notice that, but I feel like that's to be expected. Like obviously there are people, you know, everywhere for the past like year that have like not been following, like necessarily being like farther than 6 feet or 6 feet or more away from someone, and like I definitely experienced that a ton there, but like we felt safe. We had our masks on the whole time. The way that it works with food, I thought was really smart. We just ordered everything through the mobile app. It was super easy. You just I'll insert like a screen video right here of what it looks like, but basically you just like pick out what you're gonna eat, and then you select your time that you're gonna arrive. So say like between 4:30 and 5, you get there between 4:30 and 5, you click I'm here, and then they'll start preparing your food for you fresh, and then they'll notify you on the app when your food is ready, and you just go pick it up. I will say the only time that I was like kind of confused was before we were going to go over to California Adventure. We wanted to get Dole Whip at Tropical Hideaway, and it was like maybe like 1:30 or 2 o'clock, and I went on to order it, and I saw that it was like the earliest available time was like 4:30 to 5. So I went up and I just asked the woman at the front, because obviously they're just like, you know, doing it at the like the soft serve machine. So I was like, you know, 2 hours, like that's kind of weird. And she was like, oh yeah, I'll just place your order and then just tell me what the number is, and I can like click that you're here. So that was what she did. So that if you encounter that, maybe for something like the churros or like the turkey legs, like stuff like that, pretzels, I would maybe recommend just like, if you see that there's like a longer wait time, maybe just like check with them. But like for the food, it was like pretty accurate. for the wait times, and like we had no problems. There's lots of designated dining areas all over the park, so like the benches, they have like all have signs on it that say that. All of like the tables, like everything was really spaced out. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think we had a really good experience. The only thing that was like kind of stressful was at the end of the night when we were leaving. We went into downtown Disney for a little bit and just like walked around, and then because we like stayed at the park inside California Adventure until 9, and then we went over there. The walk from there to the parking was like, just felt like a mob. Like there was like just so many people, and like they were like on top of you, versus in the morning when we were walking over, it felt like everyone was super spaced out and like really following that. But I feel like at the end of the day, like everyone was just tired, so people were definitely like all over, and then obviously like waiting in the parking lot to like pull out and leave. Thankfully we were in a good spot and we were able to kind of like just zip right out. But yeah, overall, I mean, I think if you're able to go, if you're a California resident, just go. Oh, that's one thing actually, they didn't check our IDs. And I've lived here for 4 years. My boyfriend has lived here for 3 years. I have a California license. My boyfriend actually doesn't. He's like had some issues and we have to like get something fixed with his old license from New York. But we brought like his pay stub and like a bill and his medical insurance card, like that has our address on it here and stuff. So he brought all of those things, but they didn't even check it. But I know it varies from like check-in person to check-in person, because the one next to us, I heard him checking IDs. And like we were just like ushered to the other one. So we went to someone and they didn't check ours. So that's one thing that I know people are probably curious about as well. And I think that that's it. I made a bunch of TikToks throughout the day yesterday as well. I did like a get ready with me. I did like a little, you know, cute like clip roundup from Disneyland and California Adventure. I actually also have a blog post of a bunch of vegan food options available at Disneyland that I will have linked down below. I'm going to be publishing it today, and I'm also going to finalize a TikTok that's a vegan what I eat in a day at Disneyland. So lots of Disney content, and then we also made like a couple other funny videos that I will be uploading at some point. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I have a doctor's appointment to get to in like 5 minutes. Thankfully it's on the phone, but so I've got to go. But thank you guys as always so much for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I hopefully will be going back to Disney at sometime soon in the summer, because I am really excited about being able to go to Avengers Campus. Because that wasn't open, that it opens on June 4th, and we had considered waiting and going like on opening day, but we really wanted to celebrate our anniversary at Disneyland and like make it a special day for us. So that's it, like I said, for this video. Please subscribe if you're new here, and I would love to have you stick around. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.